Alright, so we've been practicing adding and subtracting with unlike denominators. Now we're going to look at simplifying a fraction after you have added or subtracted it if you need to. So I'm going to start off with an addition problem. Let's say 3/6 plus 1/4 equals. Alright, so we know that our denominators are not the same, so we have to make an EFT chart for each fraction. So, like that, like this, count by 3, 3, 6, 9, 12, 6, 12, 18, 24. Again, knowing your math facts helps. Multiples of 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, count by 4s, 4, 8, 12, 16. Alright, so now I'm looking for a common denominator in both lists. 6 is not in this one, 12 and 12. So 6 12s plus 3 12s. So I'm going to come up here and I'm going to rewrite these. Instead of 3/6, I'm going to write it as 6 12s plus, instead of 1/4, I'm going to write it as 3 12s. Now my denominators match. So 6 plus 3 equals 9. 12 denominator, 12 denominator, 12 denominator. So the way you find out if a fraction can be simplified is you're going to write out the math facts. So for 9, 1 times 9 and 3 times 3. For 12, 1 times 12, 2 times 6. So I'm listing all the math facts for the number. 3 times 4. I'm going to go both lists and circle the common factors, the common numbers that's in both lists. They both have a 3, and that's it. So the common factors of 9 and 12 are 1 and 3. I'm going to divide 9 12ths by the biggest number that's in both, which in this case is 3. So I come up here and I'm going to divide them both by 3. So 9 divided by 3 is 3. 12 divided by 3 is 4. So that's the final answer. So 3/6 plus 1/4 equals 3/4. Alright, so we did an addition. Now we're going to do a subtraction. 5/6 minus 1/2. First step, check the denominator. 6, 2. The reason I can't use these is because at the end your denominator has to stay the same. If you have a 6 and you have a 2, that's two different things, so you can't keep it. So we have to make two EFT tables. Remember, about 3 extra spaces. Count by 5s, 5, 10, 15, 20. Count by 6, 6, 12, 18, 24. Count by 1s, 1, 2, 3, 4. Count by 2s, 2, 4, 6, 8. So I'm going to look at both fractions, trying to find a common denominator. So I see a 6 here and a 6 here. It's always good when you can find that a fraction is already done because there's less steps to go through. So 5/6 I'm keeping the same. Change the color. So 5/6 minus 3/6. Instead of a half, I'm going to write 3/6 equals 5 minus 3 is 2. 6 denominator, 6 denominator, 6 denominator. Now again, in order to find out if I can simplify it, I'm going to write both numbers. Underneath it, I'm going to write the math facts for that number. So for 2, 1 times 2. And that's it. I don't need to write 2 times 1 because it's still the same two numbers. For 6, 1 times 6, 2 times 3. That's it. So I'm going to go through and circle the numbers that are the same, that are common, the factors that are common. 1 and 1, 2 and 2. And that's it. So the common factors of 2 and 6 are 1 and 2. Remember, you are going to divide by the biggest one. So divided by 2 equals 2 divided by 2 is 1. 6 divided by 2 is 3. So 1/3 is our final answer. 5/6 minus 1/2 equals 1/3.